Hey guys, I'm just going to quickly go over project number one. It's due February 28th, so that is coming up. It's February 10th now, so I would say getting a start on this would be a really good idea within the next week or so, and then you'll have time to kind of um, put it together, basically, either write about it or create your slideshow. So there are a couple options. You can pick one option, obviously, and if you don't know where the project number one information is, it's right in the content area here of the course shell, project number one, underneath the syllabus, above week one, basically. So there's two options, the artist studio visit. And this may suit those who are more visually inclined and possibly a little bit more tech savvy, because you're going to be taking pictures and then creating a slideshow with your choice of slideshow maker. Basically, PowerPoint is a pretty popular one. Google Slides can work, and also canva.com will work. You can get the PowerPoint software from MSU Northern for free if you don't have it. And I can show you where to do that. And then the art gallery visit, this may suit those who like to write more. So if you're a writer, I would suggest doing the art gallery visit. And this is also an option that allows for a virtual visit. So you can do an art gallery visit virtually if you don't want to go in person. Now, if you want to go to an art gallery in person, that's great. Take as many photos as you can around the outside of the building and inside the building if possible. And if they let you take pictures of the art, then that's great too. Just read through the PDFs in here, depending on which option you choose, basically, the artist studio visit or the art gallery visit. And then this is where you would upload your file for a grade, or your files for a grade. You can click on this and actually go in here, and yours looks a little different, but you'll be able to upload files there. So as far as the art gallery visit, this one's like relatively straightforward. You can go in person or virtually. If you're going virtually, just look at 3 or 4 different virtual museum/art gallery tours before you choose one. There actually is one in Great Falls that you could do. The Charlie Russell Museum does have some virtual tours available. You can also go in person if you're in Great Falls, or there's Artitudes in the Atrium in Havre, which doesn't have virtual capabilities, but you can go in person if you live in Havre. So, and also there's the Don Graytack Gallery as well in town. And if you have questions or you want to look at what other people are doing, just go into the discussion area and look at what other people's plans are for project number one, and that might help you come up with your own plan. So complete a tour of the gallery, pick out your favorite artwork. Next, write a formal evaluation. Take at least 4 pictures or screenshots that prove you were there. And then the formal evaluation needs to be basically look in week 4 for help with that. It should be at least 3 paragraphs long. And then find some information about the artist and write 2 paragraphs about that artist that did that work that you chose. And then write 1 paragraph about the art gallery or museum and any historical facts. And maybe just, using Microsoft Word or Google Docs, please place your photos or screenshots one after another, 4 total, and then place your 3 paragraphs written evaluation of an artwork under that. Next, include the 2 paragraphs about the artist, and then the 1 paragraph about the museum. And then save it as a PDF file and upload that for a grade. As far as the artist studio visit goes, this one's like if you have any family members or friends that will let you into their homes or their garages, or if they actually are renting a space, you can go in person. Remember to wear your mask if you think that they want that. I mean, we need to be sensitive to other people's health. So, car customizers, quilters, furniture makers, any kind of folk artist will do. I had a student already turn this in, and she actually went out to Montana Style Events and took pictures of the interior design that Betsy Pollington or Betsy Knight does out there. And she's already done with it. And I'll show you the example. And so here's the 15 questions that you can ask. And then the answers, you can put those on the slides that you create with, Google Slides, Canva, PowerPoint, 15 slides at least. So each slide should have maybe a little bit of text narrating your stage of exploration, And then also text that relays the at least 15 of the questions that are listed here. And then you can also create a video if you want with Animoto or iMovie if you want. It just needs to be 7 minutes long and include answers to at least 15 of the questions above. So you can upload your 15 slides as JPEG files, or you can actually download a PDF from any program that you use, Google Docs, PowerPoint, Canva. And actually that might actually work better to do a PDF. I don't know why I said 15 JPEG files, but and then if you do a video, just give me a link to the video to view it or an MP4 file. So those are just like quick renditions, but I did want to go over showing you what I had a student do already, and I'm actually thinking it's really great. So she's got JPEG files. They're all numbered, so 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way through 15. She had a little bit of trouble with her PowerPoint slides downloading as JPEG, so I just said try downloading it as a PDF file instead and just see how it goes. So this is the first, actually let's see, I think maybe the first one is up here. So here's kind of her opening slide. Artist studio visit with Betsy Knight, Rebecca Quigley. So what's your background? Taking interior design at the University of Idaho, but always creating ever since childhood. So this is the second slide here. A picture of the interior of Montana style events. Just some of the, getting a taste for her space out there because she's an interior designer. So bit of a folk artist as well. So how did you get into art? Artists within the family inspired her growing up. She feels as though she was born into it. So she's putting the answers to the questions on here. Oops. So this is a great example. I mean, she's got some nice photos. She's having problems with the photos flipping. How long have you been making art professionally? For the last 20 years, but says art has always been a part of her life. So basically, this is a great project. I mean, she's not necessarily narrating her, I arrived and they took me around, and but she is answering the questions, and her slides look nice. It looks like she put time and effort into this, and this is basically what I'm looking for. It's too bad these images got twisted, and I think she's going to try and fix that and download it as a PDF instead of a bunch of JPEGs, which will probably work better. So just consider that if you're using PowerPoint or Google Slides. You can actually upload a JPEG file as well for a grade, and if your JPEG or a PDF file as well, if your JPEGs aren't working. And so let's go into msun.edu, faculty and actually let's do current students. I do believe they have Office 365 right down here under technical services. So basic instructions, this is the area where you can get into Office. And so if you need to use PowerPoint, just go to this login here, use your NetID login. Your NetID is the same. So basically you put your NetID and then at msun.edu as the login name, and then your same password that you would use to log into a computer on campus. So I'll go here. I might already be logged in actually. Yeah, I am. So I'll show you how to do this. So I'll do it in a different browser. So we'll go to this. Gotta take that off here. So copy paste that. And then I'm gonna put my NetID, login, and then msun.edu. So at msun.edu. And then my password is the same password that I use to log into the computers on campus. Oops. And you can save it, obviously. And then in here, you can actually go to PowerPoint, and you can use PowerPoint, blank presentation right here, or you can work from a already already made theme, basically. But another thing you can do, you can go to canva.com. Actually, maybe I'll go in on Safari because it's a little easier for me to do. Canva.com, because I think I'm already logged in on Safari. And then you can create a design. So you can actually search for slideshow up here in the search bar. And there's a blank one, but you can also work from any kind of template that you wish. And of course, it has to be a free one, but if you hover over them, they tell you that they're free. So let's say I want to use this one. So you can actually click on this, and there's actually 15 slides already ready to go in here. And you can just click in here and like just edit the text very easily. You can change your text up here, change the size here, change the color of the text, change the alignment here. You can add bullets, effects to your text. You can ungroup the text. So actually this one is grouped, so I can actually ungroup it here. I can position my text if I need to move it backward, anything like that. I can make it transparent, that kind of thing. I can trash this whole slide if I want to by pushing here. I can add pages here. I can copy, and I can move them around, move up and down here. So to bring images in, you just go to Uploads and then Upload Media. You can do it from Facebook, Google Drive, Instagram, but you can also do it from your device. So let's say I want to bring in, I don't know, one of these images. I don't know what I have in here. Okay, so I brought in this image of this software that we're learning in this one class and teaching. This is just a JPEG file that I downloaded. But obviously you'll be taking images, you'll be taking photos with your camera on your phone probably, which you just need to get those on your computer and either airdrop them or email them to yourself or put them or something like that to get them on your computer, and then you can upload them into Canva. And if you just click on them, it brings them into the canvas. It's a pretty intuitive software. Photos, this is kind of like stock photos. There's elements here you can bring in, different shapes, lines, frames. There's even movable stickers, which you probably don't need for this actual, because this is going to be a static thing more than likely. Although you can download this as a GIF file. You know, there's different symbols you can use, different illustrations. So it's kind of up to you if you want to add extra things. Here's text that's kind of ready to go, basically. So you can choose from these font pairs that look nice together. And then you can also do like a heading. So if you just click on this, it'll bring in a heading, and you can change the text here. Maybe I want this type of font instead. So it changed it to the Libre Franklin by, coming here. So you can bring in headings, subheads, body copy, or just these pre-made texts that are here. You can actually bring in audio. I think you could actually make probably a animated. And then if you need to download this, you can download it as a PDF, which will work. You can do JPEGs and MP4 video too, actually. So you could use this to make a video if you wanted to. They have stock videos that you can use. I don't know if you'll need those. And then your background, you can change the background color or just put an image in there. You can create folders in here, and there's even more options. So you can go through that, but that's a really quick way of doing this. I mean, there's all sorts of things that change once you click on something. So you can actually animate different things. You can crop, flip. So I can actually animate this background. So I can have it breathe, rise. So I'm not quite sure what that will do. Okay, so it'll make everything on the page rise. So it's kind of an experimentation, but if you're relatively comfortable in this kind of an environment, then Canva will work really well for you. Or you can use PowerPoint if you like that better, or Google Slides. Animoto is another one that you can check out. They have some YouTube videos. This is more for creating like a video project, but just remember the requirements for the video are about 7 minutes long, edited. So it might actually be easier to make the slideshow. But anyway, that's kind of a quick walkthrough. If you guys have extra questions, just get a hold of me in Brightspace, or you can text me. My number's on the syllabus. So We'll talk to you soon.